Welcome to my channel. In this class we will discuss one problem on return on investment, return on shareholders funds, earning per share, book value per share, profit earning ratio. So this problem we have to find these all things. So the given information is the share capital, equity share capital it is given, preference share capital given, general reserve, debentures given, current liability, fixed assets, current assets given, then market price of the share, net profit after tax, tax amount also given. So first of all we have to calculate the return on investment. For calculating the return on investment, the formula is profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed into 100. Here we have given the profit after tax. So before tax will be computed by before interest and tax will be calculated by adding the interest and tax to this amount. Interest means the debenture interest. Here in this question it is given as 10% debentures, amount is 10% debentures, amount is 4 lakhs. So interest on debentures is 4 lakhs of 10% of 4 lakhs, that is 4 lakhs into 10 by 100. Hence the amount 40,000 plus tax amount question directly given the question is 50,000. So hence the total will be 2,40,000. Then we have to find the capital employed. Capital employed, it's a share capital. It's a formula is share capital plus reserves and surplus plus debentures. Here two share capital there is equity share capital and preference share capital. So we have to add both this, and then is general reserve, no surplus amount is given, then the debenture amount is given. So all this we have added and we can get the net amount as 10,84,000. Then applying the amount into the formula, that is profit before interest and tax 2,40,000 divided by capital employed 10,84,000 into 100. Then the amount will be 22.14%. The next we have to calculate is return on shareholders funds. Return on shareholders funds. Return on shareholders funds, the formula for calculating this one is profit after tax divided by shareholders funds into 100. Profit after tax directly given in the question, that is 1,50,000. Then we have to find the shareholders funds. Shareholders funds consist of equity share capital, preference share capital plus general reserve. So the amount will be 6,84,000. Applying it into the formula, 1,50,000 divided by 6,84,000 into 100. The amount will be 21.93%. The next thing we have to calculate is EPS, earning per share. Then the formula is profit available for equity shareholders by number of equity shareholders. Profit available to equity shareholders, the formula for calculating this one is profit after tax minus preference dividend on preference shares. Profit after tax given in the question, that is 1,50,000. Then preference dividend we have to calculate, that is 12% preference dividend, it is 1 lakh amount is given. So preference dividend will be 1 lakh, 12%. 12% preference means that right is about the dividend amount. So 1 lakh, 12% of 1 lakh is 12,000. So we have computed like this, 12% of 1 lakh 12,000 we have got. Then applying it into profit available to equity shareholders will be 1,50,000 minus 12,000, that is 1,38,000. Now coming into our formula, earning per share, that is profit available to equity shareholders. We have found it as 1,38,000. Number of equity shares. Number of equity shares, we can found the total amount of equity shares is given as 4 lakhs. Then amount per share, ഒരു രൂപയ്ക്ക് ഒരു ഷെയറിന് എത്ര രൂപ എന്ന് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, that is 10 rupees. So number of equity shares will be 4 lakhs divided by 10. Then that will be 40,000. Here it is given as 4 lakhs divided by 10, that is 40,000. 40,000 is the number of equity shares. Then applying it into the formula, 1,38,000 divided by 40,000, amount will be rupees 3.45. Then we have to calculate the price earning ratio. Price earning ratio is equal to, formula is market price of the share divided by earning per share. Market price of the share was already given the question, 34, divided by earning per share, that we have just calculated 3.45. Then the price earning ratio will be 9.86 times. Then book value per share, that is equity shareholders funds divided by number of equity shares. Equity shareholders funds, we can calculate the equity shareholders funds by deducing the preference share capital from the shareholders funds. That is, we can see here as the shareholders funds, here we have calculated it as 6,84,000. Then the preference share capital is 1 lakh. So the amount will be 6,84,000 minus 1 lakh, that is 5,84,000. Equity shareholders funds will be 5,84,000. 5,84,000 divided by face value per share, that is the number of equity shares. Book value per share, equity shareholders funds divided by number of equity shares. Number of equity shares we have already calculated, that is 40,000. So 5,84,000 divided by 40,000 gives 14.60. Thank you.